Fromage fry. Have a look what I'm having a go on in this one. Alright, Bobo. You want to go as well, do you? Well, we've got to put it together first, Boo-Boo. Right, guys, so in this one, I'm having a go on a Black & Decker EasySteer lawnmower. Come on, Boo-Boo, you get over there. So, yeah. Now, before I start, I should just say that no food reviews are going to be harmed in the making of this video. So, the schedule for food reviews is not gonna be affected. One every other day is what the schedule is now. All right, Boo-Boo? And this is fitting in between them. So that's going out. So yeah, I can't remember what tomorrow's food review will be. So yeah, so no food reviews are being affected by this video. Now, why am I reviewing a lawnmower? Well, last summer, I nursed my lawnmower, what I'd had for 12 seasons. That was the 12th season last year. And I nursed it through the whole of the year. I kept looking out for one, see if I could get one on a bit of a deal. Never got round to buying a new one, but I needed a new one last year. The motor on it started to weaken the end of the previous year in autumn 2022. It was like slipping and slowing up during cutting longer grass. So I had to literally nurse it through all last season. So I had to buy a new one this year. Now, the reason I'm reviewing it is because I like the look of this one. This has got an EasySteer system on it, which will come in out handy for me. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. To me, it looks like, you can't see it, it's out of shot. You'll see it when we get it outside. But for me, it just looks like it might be difficult to steer it, although it's called EasySteer. But you'll see what I mean when we get it outside. Now, I've took a bit of a chance on this because I found it and I wanted to be ordering one. And when I see something, I normally, right, I'm buying it. But I will have a look at some reviews first. So I thought I will just quickly watch a couple of reviews on YouTube and just see if it is okay. See if that EasySteer system works. See if the motor's powerful enough. Went on YouTube. I couldn't find nothing. Nothing came up. So I thought, right, I'm going to take a punt on it because it was pretty good price. I thought I'll take a chance on it. And then I will actually do a review myself. Right, so this is a Black & Decker 42cm corded rotary lawnmower. Now, obviously, although I'm not a professional food reviewer, food reviewing is what I'm used to doing. I've probably done nearly getting up to 500 now. So I'm all set up for food reviews. So this is going to be a very casual lawnmower review, and I'm literally going to be comparing it to my previous lawnmower, which I will show you that. It was slightly smaller. I think that's got a 36cm blade on that one. Not sure the size of the motor on it, but it lasted me 12 seasons, so it was a pretty good lawnmower. I had petrol ones before that. Pretty much every one I've had before that was a petrol one, which are the best. Let's be honest, they are the best ones. So I'm going to be comparing it to that. So what I'll do, we'll go through all the specifications now, the features. We'll go through the price of it, the delivery cost and all that. Then we'll get it outside. We'll unbox it. No doubt I'll get a bit out from Boo-Boo on that bit. We'll unbox it and I'll film myself putting it together, but I'll speed up. So I'll time lapse that part of the video. And if I come across a tricky bit, which I think people who are not very sort of confident at doing DIY, I'll slow it up there and I'll just explain how I got over doing the tricky bit. hopefully we won't get any tricky bits, so it'll just be a time lapse of me putting it together over the course of a couple of minutes, hopefully. And then I'll just film myself just doing a little bit. I won't film the whole lot, like doing it, because I've got grass out the back and out the front. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it through its paces because I've got some long, wet grass out there. So this is going to test it. So we'll do it, put it through the wet grass at a couple of different heights, and then also I want to run it along down the side of a wall sort of fence bit, which is where this EasySteer is going to come into. I want to see how good it is doing that. And then I won't do any more filming after that, but what I will do is I'll cut the grass front and back so I can get a good feel for how it compares to my previous mower, and then I'll come back into the office here and we'll wrap the video up with my final thoughts on it. Right, so I think we better get outside and get unboxing. Before we do the unboxing bit, I think we better go through the specs and the price. See, I'm out of my comfort zone here doing this. Right, okay, so the features are, it's a corded 1800 watt electric rotary motor with a metal blade, 42 centimeters blade width, 6 cutting heights which range from 2 centimeters to 7 centimeters. It's got a 50 litre grass collection capacity, height adjustable handle, foldable handle, 15 meters of power cable, which I hope that is true because that is a big thing, because a lot of lawnmowers only come with 10 meters. So hopefully that has got 15 meters of power cable. It's got a safety switch and it's also got a rear roller. But in the questions on, I bought it from Argos, and you get to ask questions and then they go and put that question to the manufacturers and they answer the question. Now, someone asked, has this got a rear roller? And the answer was no, it hasn't. So it's going to be interesting to see, because I don't know if that's in shot, but that does say there it's got a rear roller. I'm not bothered, to be honest, if it has or it hasn't, but here we are. General information is 240 volts. The weight is 18.3 kilograms. The size of it is height 63 centimeters. I'm sorry, I normally work in millimeters at work, but 63 centimeters. And the width is 113 centimeters. Millimeters and feet and inches I normally work in, never centimeters. The folded size is height 45 centimeters and the width is 79 centimeters, and it comes with a manufacturer's 2-year guarantee. Now the model number of this is, I will probably put it up in the title of the video, is BEMW481ES-GB. Right, now let's get outside and get unboxing. Come on then, boo-boo. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, that is the EasySteer. I don't know if you can see that. So it's got a pivot on the centre of the bar that goes across, and then you can make it go like that. There's my old lawnmower, and as you can see, getting close to that edge is a nightmare because the handle just hit the side of the fence, so I couldn't get anywhere near it. Will this system allow that to swing right up to that wall without the handle going anywhere near the fence? We'll find out. Right, let's get unboxing. No idea where Boo Boo is. I think he's at the back of the shed. Right, let's get a knife. Oh, here come Bob. He's never far away. Right, what I'll do, I think, I might just move the camera down so that's more on the box than me. Right. Hopefully it's not coming in too many different parts. First impressions, looks a fairly good little, because as with everything these days, the plastic just seems to be getting thinner and thinner. But yeah, this seemed pretty good. Yep, happy with that. So you get instructions in this bag. You get a handle, which I presume is for that. There's not a lot in here, so that's good. Most of it is built. Cats love a box, don't they? Right, here we go. Schoolboy error here. That's supposed to be up here, I believe. Though it's not shown on the picture anywhere. But I think what that does is that stops this from getting strained, and eventually the loose connection will happen here, or it'll break the cable there eventually over time. So by doing that, that takes the strain away from there. That's what that's for. Right, let's see how easy this is. Right, okay. I think that is it. That is all put together now. Let's see how easy it is to get it on here. Can you see the... Let me get that in shot. Now then. Yeah, pretty simple. Right, okay guys, so this is the handle you use to lift it up and down with. So you pull it out or away to release it from its catch, drop it back in. That's the gauge telling you the height of the grass. Now, the only thing is this does feel very flimsy. This is plastic. Does feel very flimsy. The wheels do as well, to be honest. The overall build of this, pretty good. The wheels and that seem a bit flimsy. Whether that's going to last 12 seasons like my other one, I'd be surprised. But here we go. Let's give it a go. I'll cut a bit of grass, go down the side here, see what this can do. This EasySteer, and then we'll take it back into the office and wrap the review up and tell you what I think of it after I've cut the front and the back lawn. Right, here we go. Right, okay guys, that is the grass cut front and back, and I have to say I am quite impressed with it. But before I give my final thoughts, I think I forgot to go through all the pricing first time round. Right, okay, so I bought this from Argos and it cost £157 and 25 pence. 157.25 pence. Now, I ordered it online about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had the option of having it delivered the same day in that afternoon. So that's a really good service. Now, if you go for an all-day delivery, it costs £3.95. I presume that depends where you are in the UK. If you live, you know, in one of these, like Isle of Man, somewhere like that, it might cost more, or up in the heights of Scotland, or, you know, they don't always apply to the whole of the UK, does it? So it's £3.95 for an all-day delivery, no matter what day, Monday, Friday, or a Saturday or a Sunday. Same price, I think, £3.95. And that's the same with a half-day slot. If you go with a half-day slot, same price, £5.95. I went for the all-day slot because I didn't want it for a couple of days, and I was going to be at home all day, a couple of days after that. So I thought I'd go for an all-day slot. £3.95, and it came about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. Brilliant service. So cost-wise, I thought that was quite good value, that £157.25 for an 1800 watt 42 centimetre blade lawnmower. That's pretty good. Now Argos do another version of this, another 38 centimetre one, and that's a 1600 watt motor on it, and that costs £140. Right, come on, boo-boo, look. You can have a treat in a minute, my man. So that one is £140, 38 centimetre, 1600 watt motor. Now, I just... He loved getting involved. He didn't want to get involved outside, apart from getting in the box, did you, boo? Now, I've just been looking at the instruction manual, and this is for 3 models. So it's possible that they do an even smaller one, but I don't think Argos do that one. I haven't checked the model numbers, but they are the only 2 with the EasySteer. Right, let's get into it. The EasySteer, what did I think of that? Now, there was 2 things I was taking a bit of a chance on, really. Was the EasySteer. I weren't worried so much whether the actual bit when like that worked. I was more worried what it was like most of the time in the locked central position with it, you know, the handles like that. Would you be able to manoeuvre it around like you would if you're holding just a bar, straight bar? And I have to say, pretty good. Definitely, you know, as good as a straight bar, what I'm used to. Bobo, what are you doing? There's no food up here, is there? There's no food. So I was pleased with the EasySteer, and it was definitely helpful when you were able to lock it to the left or the right if you're going up alongside a fence. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Just what I wanted, that was. So well happy with that. And the other thing I was a little bit, you know, would have preferred to have seen a review on it so I could sort of see it in action, was would the motor be strong enough? Because it is quite a big blade on there for an electric lawnmower, 42 centimetres. Most of them with that size blade are using 1800 watt motors, so it should have been big enough. But was it? Yes, it was. It was actually it had more power than I thought it would have. My previous lawnmower, the Quadcast, that's got a 36cm blade on it, and I don't know what size motor, but even when the grass was dry, and it may have been about 3/4 of the length it was out there, that used to struggle cutting that. Even I used to have to go through it on the highest setting, then go through it on another setting, and then probably go through it a third time to get it down to where I wanted to go. This one, after I finished filming, I just went for it. I tried a bit like the lowest setting, and it just went through it. It just went straight through. But I did drop it halfway, done the grass half, and then I dropped it at the lower and got it the length I wanted it. So yeah, really impressed with the motor. Whether it'll stand the test of time, I don't expect this lawnmower to last as long as my last one, 12 seasons. Don't expect that. The build quality is definitely not up to the previous one, but that is the world we live in, isn't it? They are just cutting back on materials. You know, the amount of material they use to make products. One way of making more money is by cutting back on the amount of material they're putting it into the products, and that's across every industry. It affects my industry. You know, I notice it in products I use, you know, as an electrician, like plastic trunking. The quality of plastic trunking these days is terrible. The plastic is so thin. I've got some old trunking kicking about in my garage, in my shed, and the difference in quality is massive. It's massive. The old stuff is like really rigid. It's twice, the plastic is at least twice as thick. It's such a better product. But now they're just using whatever they can get away with. And it's no different with products like this. The wheels on this do look a bit flimsy. The lever you use to get the change the height to make it go up and down, that looks a bit flimsy. The actual plastic used to house the motor and, you know, in general, that did look fairly robust. The back box, the collection box, once put together, that's pretty robust as well. So yeah, overall, I am pleased I bought it. Definitely think it's worth the money. £157 for that, well worth the money. Yeah, I'm glad I've bought it. Putting it together, it's very easy. It was very easy. It was almost all of it was put together. All you needed to do was put the EasySteer part onto the main handlebar type part, which was quite simple. What was the other thing? The back box is the only tricky bit, really. That was the tricky bit. I think most men go diving in, don't they, snapping things in there. You can't do that with them. You've got to weigh it up. You've got to look at all the tabs. You've got to think, right, I've got to get all these tabs lined up and then click them in one by one before you start ramming them home before they're lined up, sort of thing. So you just got to, rather than go at it bull at a gate, just think about it. Stop, have a look, think what you're doing, and just slowly do it, and you'll do it. It is a little bit fiddly, but you know, once you can see what you got to do, you know you're going to do it, but you also know you're going to be messing around for 5 minutes trying to do it. But yeah, apart from that, simple to put together. Anyone with just, like, if you can pick a screwdriver up, you can put it together, because the only tool you needed was a Phillips screwdriver, a posi screwdriver. That's all you needed, was to screw the two. When you plonk the first handlebar into the the body of the lawnmower, there's 2 holes at the bottom, which I show on the video, and you just got to push the 2 screws they supply in there and screw it up. The first one went in fine. The second one, again, a little bit tricky. It wouldn't find the hole. It just wouldn't bite into the hole. But eventually it started to bite and it went in. So again, little bit of patience. Don't go mad. Try to force it in, and because you'll do the thread on the screw. So yeah. So I'm overall, I'm happy with that. I don't think it's going to last, like I said, as long as my other one. If it lasts half the time, I'll be pleased, I think. The motor gave way on that, on the other one. I think this one, it could be wheels falling off, levers falling off, I think, on this before this motor pack up. But we'll see. Right, there we are, guys. That is my very first and probably only lawnmower review. Hopefully I can edit this so it's sort of watchable. And I hope anyone who has been looking for a review of this product and can't find one, there may be one up by now, but I couldn't find one. I hope you have found this helpful. Please get in the comments, let me know. If you got any questions, need answering. Oh, the other thing, there was a rear roller on it. Yes, there was a rear roller on it. So yeah, if you got any questions you want answering before you go and buy one, please fire them into the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And also the other thing was the lead was very long. Absolutely brilliant. The previous one, I used to have to get an extension lead out. Both my back garden and my front garden. I knew as soon as I saw it, it was going to be long enough to cover my back garden. But I did wonder if it'd be long enough for my front garden. It just gets me right down into the corner of my front garden. So I don't need an extension lead anymore. So yeah, I would say there's definitely 15 meters on that lead. So well pleased with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope my regular viewers will join me again soon, tomorrow, on another food review. Cheers, guys. Right, come on, you two. Got to give them a treat, ain't I? Yes. Just because it's a lawnmower review, you'll still get a treat, boo-boo. Right, Bob first. Hey, our Bubbles. Good lad. Hey, our my man. Good boy. Bonjour, guys.